Yodagot Kivano Kujvaj. It is start of another day, and I was driving down the road yesterday, and as I often will do, I said I told my Bluetooth to call Skip, and I just chit chat with Skip. But interesting how Skip has become such a big part of my life. Yeah. Skip was just some guy following me on YouTube, and now I consider him a pretty good friend, even though I give him a hard time. But Skip was asking me why I'm not doing videos anymore. I think he misses me. I think he misses my morning thoughts, but he was curious as to what all's happening in my life. People want to know, and so Skip, if only for you, Skip. If only for Skip. That'll be the title of this video. If only for Skip. I thought I'd do a little video. There's so much stuff going on right now. I find it actually interesting. It's kind of interesting how one time I was so caught up in doing these videos, and my mind was always so preoccupied as I'd go through my day. What did I say on my video? Should I have said that? Shouldn't I have said that? Or what am I going to say on my video? And it just gets to the point where it just preoccupies your mind. And I've been so focused on work lately that I don't have the desire, so to speak, to pollute my mind with thoughts about what I'm going to or not going to say on YouTube. See, Skip, I don't slip my coffee. Slip, whatever. This is Skip when he's having his coffee. Skip goes like that. I sit in Skip's man cave with him, and the old man, he just slurps his coffee. It's just and the coffee will be cold. It's not like it's hot or anything. He just slurps it. But anyway, so what was I saying? But yeah, the whole video thing. It's interesting how some people it's their life. Trying to not trying to get famous, but it's just so important to them. And for me, it was always about fun. It wasn't always about fun, but anyway, something of my past. Maybe I'm very cyclical. Those of you that have been following me for years, know that I'll go in and out of these patterns of doing videos. Yesterday I stepped on the scale for the first time since God, I don't know when. And I've always hovered over the last 10 years or so. I've always hovered around. I'm 6 feet tall, and I always hovered around 220, 221. And then I might get down to 210. I think once when my dad was here, I got down to about 200. But yesterday I stepped on the scale, and my God, I was up to like 227, 228. And I can't even begin to tell you how disappointed in myself I was to let myself go like that. To let myself go. It's just it was 2 months. I was out of this house for 2 months. And I was so caught up in work that I forgot to, I didn't forget to, I neglected taking care of myself. So when I got on that scale yesterday and I saw that I was 227, man, I was disappointed in myself. Disappointed in myself beyond belief. So I told Janae, That's a whole another subject in and by itself. But I told Janae that come hell or high water, I'm going to get back down to I'm going to lose 15, let's just say 15 pounds and get down to 212 or something like that. But anyway, for me, it's interesting because I don't drink. I gave up drinking, and that's for a lot of people, that's one of the biggest challenges when it comes to losing weight, is that they drink, and it's just dead calories. And but anyway, I don't drink. It's just my portion control, I think, and eating habits. But anyway, so that was one thing that was on my mind. The RV. Boy, I keep toying with that RV. I've never been so indecisive about something. And if buying an RV for $50,000 or $80,000 or something like that, if that were quote unquote pocket change for me, I wouldn't hesitate. I wouldn't hesitate. If it were pocket change, I would go out and buy one this afternoon. But it's not pocket change. Buying an RV is a lot of money, and not only is it a lot of money, it's it's just another thing that's in your life that you got to deal with. I was going to say but I caught myself. But it's just another thing in your life that you have to deal with, that you got to look at, that you got to. I want to downsize. That's what I want to do. I want to downsize. I want to get rid of a lot of my stuff. And as far as having an RV, I'm certainly toying with the idea. I haven't completely ruled it out. The other day, Yanae was saying how much she'd like to see America, how much she'd love to see the United States, and to share a trip around the United States with her, to places like Arizona, New Mexico, Colorado, Nevada, California, Oregon, Washington, Idaho. To share a trip with her like that would be priceless. Is what it would be. So anyway, we'll see how that works out. But and then the other thing with spending, just go out and spend $80,000 on four wheels. You could take that same money, and with a little more effort, you could buy a house, you could buy an investment property, you could buy a rental property, something along those lines. So anyway, it's not something that I'm going to rush into as far as buying an RV. But anyway, what else is on my mind? Yanae, my dear Yanae, what a package she is. Yanae is quite the package. She's been here now she came back after being gone to visit her daughter for a couple weeks, and she came back, and I'm trying to teach her graphic design, if you will, designing banners and digital advertising, because it's something that I think Yanae sold real estate when she was living in Venezuela, and to her credit, she was quite successful, and she owned a home down there, and she owned a home, and she had her car, and she had a full-blown life down in Venezuela. Very responsible person. Then her life gets turned upside down, and she comes up here, and it's not as easy to get started when you don't speak the language. But I got to tell you, to her credit, she really works hard. I've been teaching her, basically Photoshop, which is a program to manipulate edit or create, digital compositions, if you want to call it that. But she's so good about it. She'll sit down in the morning in my office right alongside me and put on her headset. God knows what she listens to. I think she listens to some, like calm meditation music or something like that. But she'll sit there until I tell her lunch is ready, and she'll just do her work, and she's learning, and I can tell that she wants to learn, and it's something. It'll be something if I can get her to the point where she can actually generate income on her own doing this type of stuff. And who knows? I mean, that is it sure would be nice. And in many ways, it's my way of giving back, if you will. It's my way of giving back. But anyway, and then just on a personal note, what a beautiful person Yanae is. You see the videos of her, and you see you see how fun she is and everything. But to live with her day in and day out, she's quite the package. She's quite the package. She has a beautiful soul within her. She has just an absolute, unlike Skip, of course. But I like to give you a hard time, Skip. But no, Yanae has there's a beautiful soul that lay within Yanae. But what else is on my mind? I did a video yesterday. I sat down to work yesterday, and I'm going through school, if you will. It's called the Academy for Ads, or the Ad Academy, or something for Google. And there must be 20 different courses that you can take. Everything from shopping advertising, to banner ad advertising, to video advertising, to all types of different advertising. And the way it works is you got to go through anywhere from 15 to 20 courses, and the courses can be anywhere from 5 minutes to 15 minutes long. And you go through these courses, and then when you're done with the courses, you can take the test. And when you take the test, with the certain combination of tests that you take, you can get what are called badges. So on your website, you can say, I'm a Google partner, official Google partner. And it looks good from a marketing perspective. So I've been working hard towards getting the Google partners. And, I go down to the gym every morning with Yanae, and I get on the treadmill. And I used to sit there on the treadmill, and oftentimes I'd sit there and I'd watch music videos, or I'd watch, whatever, the news, or something like that. And as of late, I've been allocating that time to studying, to doing killing two birds with one stone. Not that I'd ever kill a bird, mind you, but anyway, that's just a saying. But killing two birds with one stone, and I find myself utilizing the time on the treadmill to study, and it's paying off. And yesterday I sat down to do the exam, and it took the better part of 2 hours, and it was a beautiful Saturday afternoon. And I found myself thinking about, the time that I'm investing and the work that I'm doing right now. And I did a video, and the message that I was trying to communicate was that, so oftentimes in life, people want things handed to them. People want things just to happen for them. They don't really want to do the hard work. They don't really want to make the sacrifice. And it's been my observation over the years that the things in life that have the greatest reward, the things in life that mean the most, oftentimes require and come with a lot of sacrifice and hard work. And not everybody is willing to make those sacrifices and put in that hard work. People become complacent in their life, and then life just kind of slips past them, and they wake up one day and they think, what the hell was I thinking? So with me right now, I look back on my life, and I'm in a pretty good position. Thank the good Lord. I'm in a pretty good position, professionally, financially, and I look back on my life, and it is a combination. The success that I've had in life, it's been a combination of both really, really, really hard work and sacrifice, and a lot of God's favor. It's been that combination. It's been God's favor and the hard work, and that's gotten me to where I'm at today. And insofar as where I want to be tomorrow, not tomorrow, but figuratively speaking, insofar as where I want to be tomorrow, tomorrow would be when I'm 62, 63, something like that. I want to be well off. Every morning I go down to the community center here where I live, and there's a bunch of people, usually in their 70s, if not 80s, sitting around having coffee and talking. And I've sat around with these people before. I don't anymore, but I sat around with these people before. And most of them are very financially well off. They're enjoying the winter of their life, so to speak, or the autumn or the winter, depending on their age. And I want to have the foresight. I want to use my hindsight of looking back on the hard work and sacrifice that got me to where I'm at today. And I want to use my foresight to see where I want to be. And that's going to require the sacrifice and the hard work of what I'm doing today to put me in the best position tomorrow. So anyway, that was the other thing on my mind. Not too much else on my mind. Not too much else has been going on in my life. Over the last few years, I've been dealing with an issue on the right side of my face, as some of you may or may not know. And I went to see a what's called a rhinologist the other day, and it's interesting. You go up there, and when I first started experiencing these symptoms in my face, they were rather debilitating. They were when my dad was down here, rest his soul. When my dad was down here, the symptoms on my face were much worse than they are now, and now they're just kind of now they're more of an annoyance and something that I've come to live with. But it's just the in a nutshell, it's the nasal passages have I think it's called sinusitis or rhinosinusitis or something like that. And then also there's some neurological things as well going on. But anyway, so it's like I told the doctor the other day, the body is like an old house. I use the analogy that the body's like an old house. You buy a new house and everything is just working perfectly. The stairs don't creak, the doors don't squeak. The doors, just the body's like an old house or like a house, and as you start to age, you know, things don't work the way they did when they were new. And I was telling them that you know, it's interesting. Some people deal with those changes better than others. Some people you know, accept life's changes, and other people have a harder time accepting life's changes. But anyway, that's where you know, as far as myself personally, dealing with life issues, if you want to call it that. That's where my relationship with God comes in. My you know, my relationship with Jesus is where is what gets me through, you know, a lot of the challenges. So speaking of Jesus, we went to see the movie I Can Only Imagine the other day, and took Yanae to see it. She had those little subtitle glasses on. They look like these big 3D glasses, but they have subtitles on it. And even Yanae liked the movie. But if you get a chance, go see that movie. It's a nice movie. You know, it's nice to go see an uplifting movie for a change. So anyway, with that being said, it's time to get to work. It's Sunday morning, and I want to get some work done before the little boss wakes up. Before the little boss wakes up. And you know, we have these pictures around the house of when Yanae and I went to Boston. It was our second date, and boy, we had so much fun. And every now and then one of us will point at the pictures and say, "Remember when you were crazy about me? Remember, you were so crazy about me." And Yanae, and she'll say, "And now you're comfortable, and you don't have to be so crazy about me." Well, baby, if you're watching this video, I'm more crazy about you today than I was in Boston. Okay, so all right. And what do they say? Te quiero, te quiero, muy te quiero. So all right. With that being said, everybody have a wonderful day. I hope everybody out there is okay. You know, Melissa, Angela, Phil, everyone out, Skip, Sue, everyone that takes the time to watch my videos. So have a wonderful, wonderful day, okay? And take good care.